Well, so far we've looked at installing the new 60-minute programs from ChessBase. We've also looked at accessing them via ChessBase 11. Well, here I'm just going to show you some of the things that you can do with those programs if you're accessing them via ChessBase 11. So once you've installed and opened the program, there should be an icon for it, which is here. You can see Slav with DTEX C4. The icon is now in the database window of ChessBase 11. Consequently, you'll see the list of games is here in the database preview menu. You can see there's actually an introduction in text and 9 games. If you double click the icon, that'll open up the same window in a full database window. Now then, you can access any of these games just simply by selecting them and just double clicking. So let's say we want to look at this game, just double click. That brings the game up in a new game window in ChessBase, but you'll see the difference. Rather than opening the video, you'll see the Chess Media System window here is blank. You can close that down if you want to, or you can leave that open, but either way, what that means is you can play through the game at your leisure. You'll see if you look in the notation window here, that actually a lot of the annotations by GM Kazantzanov is actually in the game. If you find you've got through to an interesting position but you'd like to have a little bit more information about that, there's a few things you can do. For instance, you can add a kibitzing engine, and what that is a computer chess engine which will help you analyse or assist you analysing in a particular position. There's a couple of ways you can do that, but the simplest is just to go up here, make sure you're in the Home tab, and here under the Engine section there's a button for default kibitzer and also to add kibitzer. Now you can set the default kibitzer in the main program options, but you can choose any of your engines by just clicking here for add kibitzer. This brings up a load engine window, and here you can choose any of the ChessBase engines you've got installed in your program in your computer. So if we choose Deep Fritz 12 and then click OK, that's the familiar Deep Fritz 12 sound. And you'll see it's opened up a Deep Fritz engine pane here. If I just resize these windows by clicking and dragging, just brings up the engine pane a little bit better. And there you are. You can use Deep Fritz or any of the Fritz family of playing engines to analyze the current position. If you want to close that engine or kibitzer down, click the Remove Kibitzer or Remove All Kibitzers. You do have the option to add more than one time, but I'd suggest just do them one at a time rather than all at once. It just means you're getting the best out of each current engine. So when you're finished, click Remove Kibitzer. And one of the final things you can do, you can use the Reference tab. Now you'll need to have a reference database selected in ChessBase, and I've shown you in a previous video how to do that. Here we've got the Mega Database 2011. You can see it's selected as our reference database. To do that, just right click, go to Properties, and make sure there's a check here next to Reference DB, which means that when you go into a game, and this is true for any game, but obviously in this case we're looking at these games from the program. So if we choose a position, click the Reference tab, and there you can see pretty much instantly ChessBase comes up with a great amount of data all in the Reference tab. Tell you about which moves are played in that position, which games they might have been played in, and how they're performing. If you then want to look at any of those games, you can just click on them here, and that'll take you, double click, and that'll take you to the game in your reference database as well. Now all these functions are available if you're watching the video, but I would suggest that while you're watching the video, just to concentrate on the advice of GM Kazantzanov or whoever's presenting the video, and then once you've watched one, if you want to go back and look at the game, you can look at it yourself, and you can use an engine to assist or use the Reference tab. So there you go, that's just a very brief introduction to some of the options available to you with the new 60-minute ChessBase programs. I hope you enjoy them. Thanks for watching.